This might piss some people off and I might lose some subscribers, but I don't care. This is the advice that actually changed the way how I look. You wanna stay small? Please keep chasing TikTok exercises, keep listening to people who are on steroids. This is what actually built my dream body. The tactics explained in this video helped myself. As you can see, this is what I've been able to do in only a few years. And this is what my friend Tommy has been able to do in only 6 months. By following what I'm about to speak today. When you listen to me today, maybe you will end up in one of my videos like this. This could literally be you. Think of this video like I'm cutting through the bullshit and telling you what actually works. Because there's a lot of bullshit out there, let's be honest. Drinking a gallon of milk for 30 days. Walking on my toes for a week to see if I'm gonna grow my calves. I don't want you to waste your time. So watch this video instead. I'm gonna be talking about 8 things in this video. By the way, the best piece of advice that I can give you is the last, number 8. Make sure to watch up until that. But only if I can keep your TikTok brain engaged throughout the video. Don't skip. Don't be a little bitch. The first one is tracking everything. Listen, the one thing that will guarantee you success is when you keep a track of every number that you possibly can track. In the fitness sphere, a common way to track something is to track your calories. Yes, it might work, but honestly, I've never tracked my calories. Only in the beginning, when I was trying to get an idea how it is, you know, what I would tell you to track is track your workouts, track your every lift, every exercise, because you can't progress in the gym if you want to guess what you did last week. You cannot rely on your brain to remember what you did last week, because your brain is the reason you are not satisfied with your physique. Your brain is the reason why you do bad habits. It wants the path of least resistance. You have to rely on the numbers, and the only way to get those numbers is to track it. To have like a notebook or even an app on your phone. What I use is an app on my phone, but I see big guys in my gym like grabbing a notebook like this and writing in between the sets what they did. And this will serve basically as a way to make sure you move forward, to progressively overload and gradually build more muscle over time, because your muscles need progressive overload. That's basically, you give your muscles more work over time. In terms of calories, if you want to track your calories, go ahead. I've personally never done it because I don't feel like I need to. I know the amount of calories and macros the foods I eat every day have, because I eat the same foods every day. I don't need to track it. But for someone like you, you may want to. It's gonna be helpful to actually move to your goal as quickly as possible. Another thing I would want you to track is your sleep. This is the thing that, yeah, you never thought about this, right? How am I supposed to track my sleep? Well, it's very simple. If you don't have a tracking device, I used to have an Apple Watch, but it died on me. So now I'm doing it intuitively. And that's what I want you to do too, if you don't have an Apple Watch or a Fitbit or whatever. Simply go to the bed at the same time every day and wake up at the same time every day. That way you will know exactly how much sleep you have. Because think about it, right? You're going to bed randomly at 2 a.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m. You just don't know for sure how much you slept. But let's say you go to bed at 9 p.m. every day and you wake up at 6 a.m. every day. You know exactly how much sleep you're getting. It's easier to track it like this. Obviously, if you have like an Apple Watch, it will be much easier to do this because you can easily see the stats, you know. Yeah, today I slept 8.5 hours. Nice. Sweet. But if you don't have the luxury, please follow this step. It's so important. The reason you might want to track your sleep is because sleep is where your muscles are building. Imagine you smash a knife into your biceps, yeah, and you twist it. That's what you're doing in the gym. To make that muscle come back stronger and bigger and make it recover, you have to sleep. And when you don't sleep, I have my bed right here. When you don't sleep, you just basically have a hole in your bicep. Guess what's gonna happen? It's not gonna grow back, it's gonna just remain the same. Because the hole is never gonna get fixed. So that's what you have to do when you're thinking about sleep. And that's why it's so important to track it. In my opinion, it's much important to track sleep than your lifts and your calories. It's way more important. And people think it's the opposite. They don't even track their sleep. I can bet that they don't track their sleep. Be the weird guy who tracks his sleep. It's gonna set you apart from everybody. They have no clue what their sleep is like. And they have average physiques. That's not us. We don't want to be like them, do we? But if you don't agree with me, the door is right here. Please shut the door behind you. We don't want somebody like that, somebody who's close-minded like this. We want only winners here on this channel. Number 2, don't chase, attract. I'm joking. Don't chase the pump, chase progress. This is something that most people get wrong so much because yes, it feels absolutely amazing when you go into the gym and you see yourself getting like blood flow in your pecs, in your biceps, and you look at yourself in the mirror and you're huge, you know. It's very addicting, I know. I'm going to the gym for a long time now. But that's not what's gonna give you that long-term effect. Like the last time I was in the gym, I was training with my friend. We were doing lat pull downs. And this guy who seen me in like my old gym came to this new gym where I train now. And he was like, Lucas, your arms, your shoulders, what did you do? You look so much bigger. And this was just 1 year before this. And I'm looking into his eyes and I realized one simple truth. This full year I've been following one thing, and that's chasing progress. Back in the day I was chasing pumps, you know, to feel good and looking at the mirror. But let's be honest, chasing pumps is like instant gratification. You want to look good now, not later. You have to think of this like, what can I do for my future self? And that is the chase progress. To keep track of these numbers, which is why I'm talking about tracking everything. You have to look at your training today and see, okay, what did I do last week? How can I beat the numbers I've written in here last week? Can I do one more set? Can I do one more rep? Can I do a little bit heavier weights? How can I make sure that today I am better than yesterday? And you just go like this forever. You're gonna build muscle. You're finally gonna look at yourself in the mirror when you go home and you're gonna realize, fuck, Lucas was actually right. Ever since I stopped listening to modern day fitness advice and actually started listening to Lucas, I changed. I'm building my dream body. You're gonna smile just looking at yourself. That's what's gonna happen when you're gonna stop chasing a pump and start chasing progress. When you stop focusing on what feels good in the moment, rather focus on what will feel good tomorrow. What I mean by chasing a pump, you don't go to failure on every fucking set. You don't actually annihilate yourself in the gym. You do maybe 15, 20 reps and then you put the weight down, you rest for 1 minute, do it again, and then on the last set you go to failure. That is chasing pump. That is not progressing. Because a person who progresses, he looks at the numbers he has written down and he asks himself, okay, I did 5 last week, that was my full effort. How can I do 6? Can I push a little bit harder? That's what you need. That's where you're gonna build muscle. And nobody online is gonna tell you this. And I'm telling you right now, this is so simple and it works so much. Just look at Tommy, what he's been able to do in 6 months. This is insane, yeah? And if this is insane, just wait until number 8. Let's go over there quickly. Another fitness advice that actually changed my physique is number 3, and that is lengthened partials, but done correctly. Again, when you look online, you see, oh, lengthened partials, they are goated. If you don't know, lengthened partials are like, you grab, let's say you grab a dumbbell, yeah, and you bicep curls. And what they say is that when you do lengthened partials, you just do the bottom half of the range of motion, yeah? Because that's when your muscles are stretched. On one hand, it is very true that the stretched part of every exercise is more muscle building, but don't just do that. It's doing 50% of the work, because this also builds muscle, yeah? This other part of the movement. So what I would like you to do from up until now is do your reps normally as you would do, but focus more on the lowering part of every exercise. When I mean every, I mean every. You do this on squats, you do this on leg press, you do this on pull-ups, lat pull-downs, everything. You're gonna see what's gonna happen. Because chances are, you're just powering up and letting it fall down without control. Change that, and you're gonna see growth. Number 4, brother, is not eating bullshit food. Again, when you go online, they are saying calories in, calories out. They're just basically saying go eat bullshit and you're gonna be good because it matches your macros. On one hand, yes, this does work. On the other hand, this does not work because why do you want to pretend to look good when inside your body is shit? Because yes, you will build some muscle, there's no question about it, but your body will suffer because you eat unhealthy food. And you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna have an unhealthy body. You are gonna look healthy in front of your girlfriend, but you're gonna need to take some pills if you're not careful with this. And bro, this risk is too big for me to actually eat like that. I would rather just eat clean, feel good about myself, feel good in my own skin, have a clear mind, have a clear fucking functioning brain, and look good. Not just look good, but be good, you know? Because when you eat bullshit food like that, you're just basically faking what it would feel like if you ate good. If that's your thing, I don't think you belong on this channel, but I think I'll close one eye, you know, this time. So let's go. Number 5, sleep like a lion. What this basically means is I want you to think of sleep as a non-negotiable, because chances are you don't see sleep as something important in your life, right? You think, okay, yeah, I'll sleep. I'm young, I can recover without it. I need 6 hours only to function. Did you know that there are so few people in the world who can function on 6 hours of sleep? If you think you can, you probably are just chronically sleep deprived and you just got used to the idea of sleeping on 6 hours. If you slept on 8-9 hours for 2 weeks and then you came back to 6, you would see what I'm talking about. You will be like, okay, how the fuck did I actually function like this? This is impossible to do, because you would open your eyes into the possibilities that, yeah, sleeping more is actually good. There's something very interesting because I've been working a lot recently. Like in my job, I'm a security guard right now. It's a part-time job and I've been working a lot of shifts, 24-hour shifts, 12-hour shifts. Sometimes I do 37-hour shifts. And I didn't, as you can imagine, I couldn't get enough sleep, and turns out it is bad. One day I'm sitting on my bed, I'm about to meditate, and I'm just looking into my hands in my lap, and I can't even focus on my fingers that I'm looking at. My brain just wants to sleep, and I just can't live properly. And I just realized as I'm looking at my fingers that I have to go to the gym today. I'm training legs. Since that moment I had on my bed, I've been treating sleep differently. I try to get as much sleep as possible whenever possible, and I try to prioritize it even over training. And for some reason I've seen growth from this. Obviously I don't recommend you to do 24-hour shifts or don't sleep at all at night, but just take this from me. Sleep is way more important than we think. And that's also the reason why I want you to track it. Okay, we're number 5. We are 3 away from the best thing I can tell you. So let's hold on, bro. I believe you. You can do it. You can keep your TikTok brain engaged. I mean, I can do it for you. So number 6 is having a system for everything. What this basically means is that I want you to create a routine. Because first, if you go to the gym every day at the same time, your body will naturally adapt. Okay, it's 2 p.m., it's time to train. You will be more energetic in the gym, but also you will prime your digestion for eating, for sleep, for every one of those little things. So your body will know, okay, this is the time we eat, so we eat. You will not be as hungry as usual. Then, when it comes to sleep, your body will know, okay, at this time we go to sleep. So you will not need 20, 30, 60 minutes to fall asleep. You will naturally just, yeah, it's 8 p.m., it's 9 p.m., whatever it is, boom. You lay down and you wake up in the morning with perfect sleep. That's what routines can do. And also, people think that routines are for some reason evil. They think it's boring to live on a routine. But my friend, the most happy times I've had in my life were when I was on a routine, on a strict, like almost military routine. I woke up at 6 a.m., 5 a.m., instantly went to the cold shower, did 20 push-ups, went outside, the morning sunlight, then I worked on my business, I was writing, then I read, And just then I opened my phone, and 2 hours later I was in the gym. And I just knew exactly what I'm gonna do this moment, tomorrow, what I'm gonna do 1 hour from now. There was no dead space. And that's what gave me that control. Because my friend, if you are a man watching this video, I have to tell you something. We men, we feel the best when we are the most in control of our lives. If you don't feel like you are in control of something, of your life, of your relationship, of your diet, of your job, you feel this chaos within you. You feel like there's something wrong with you. You feel basically similar to something like depression. So that's exactly why having your routine will remove that. First, you'll have a better life, you'll have better gains, and everything will be better. But regular people don't understand this, which is why I have to tell this to you. Have a system for everything. This is so important that I have to say it again. Have a system for everything. Number 7, my friend, we're getting closer. Your brain is handling it very well, I can say. Number 7 is you have to train with a masculine friend. And the reason it took me so long to say this is because I just had flashbacks of every training I had with my friends. And I can clearly compare it to when I was training alone, like years back. And it does make me smile a lot, because when you're going to the gym with a masculine friend who pushes you, you push him, you have this little competitive dynamic, and the gym, the life, everything feels like it has a different atmosphere, you know, different vibe. You feel like you can do more. You feel like you can conquer the world. You feel like when you have your brother next to you, you can do whatever you put your mind into. And that is extremely powerful. Actually, apart from number 8, if there was one thing you could take from this video, it's this. You have to find a friend, a training partner. Because whatever I just talked about before this, it doesn't matter. What matters is if you have a friend in the gym, because he's gonna be the one pushing you when you don't feel like going. He's gonna be the one making sure you don't act like a bitch on those days you would if you didn't have him. And you're gonna be the one doing the same for him. I think this part is so important that in a few months, hopefully in under 1 month, I'm gonna be moving in with my friend Tommy, who I just mentioned at the beginning of this video, who made the transformation in 6 months. And I just know that everything in my life will just go drastically up. I know this because I've lived with powerful men before. Even for a short time, I noticed what it can do. So if you could take something from this little thing I just told you, go train with some friend, some masculine friend. Don't go train with a bitch, because you're gonna be the one pushing him up. You need to have a strong motherfucker next to you. Think of it like a warrior. Who are you going to war with? You wouldn't take a weak guy, right? You would take a strong man. Do the same with this. And finally, number 8. Always, always, always ask yourself every morning, what would the highest version of myself do right now? Whenever you feel like you don't want to go to the gym, ask yourself, what would my best self do in this moment? When you don't feel like eating that food because you're full, what would he do? Here's what you need to do. Ask yourself this question every single day, even multiple times a day, and you're gonna automatically become the person you always wanted to be, building the dream body. Girls can't take their eyes off. If, when you're going on a beach, to a pool, to a lake, you don't get looks from girls like they're staring at you, trying to get your attention. If you don't get that, you're doing something wrong right now, my friend. If you want to get to that place much quicker than you would by yourself, there's a link at the top of the description, and I'm gonna help you do that, because I helped Tommy, and this is how fast he's been able to do that. You've waited long enough So right now it's time to act. Before you click off, remember, we go above and beyond. Whopper!